So the farmer texts Matthew that they're about to spray the field. He didn't say what, but at least he gave us a warning. The only problem is it's like 20-mile-per-hour wind gusts, if not higher. And my tomatoes, I did run out here and get them covered. I have no idea if it's gonna work. I put our vehicles trying to block it, and then I put this stuff up. I know it's not very good, but I mean, I was running. That's why I kind of sound out of breath. I was running out here, putting the vehicles out, and then putting this shade cloth out, trying to protect the tomatoes because they are super sensitive to certain chemicals that they spray. Even though it's really far away, it's more than 50 feet would be considered organic. But when it's a windy day, and I'm not saying I'm organic, we are not certified organic, but I do try to grow all natural. These are the tomato plants, and if he sprays an herbicide, dicamba or Roundup, just a little bit of drift kills these things, just a little bit. I mean, and it's so far. But if they, don't spray on a windy day, which they're not supposed to spray on a windy day, they do have a thickening agent that they put in it. So I'm hoping, that helps too, but it's just a windy day, y'all. It's gonna drift over here. So I don't know if what I did is going to protect it enough to not be killed. So I'm just getting a video of my babies before they die, in case they die. Maybe they won't die. Maybe they're strong enough. Maybe they won't get hit at all. Maybe what I did is enough. We shall see. Well, actually, I seen the tractor come out here already, and he just went in the field towards the back of the field, and I was running out here with my shade cloth, and I'm sure he seen me. I think he even waved. So he was pretty far away, and then he went, I guess, deeper into the field instead of starting at our house. I think he was giving me time to try to do something at least, but man, this wind, it's heavy today. Right now, it's pretty good in here because I've blocked it because it's the southwest wind, I believe, which is the direction of their field. So like if they spray, it's gonna go directly in here today. And I have a windsock up that Matthew actually just put up for me yesterday. And I'll show you that and how bad these wind gusts are. Hopefully not so long. Hopefully not farewell, my tomato plants. Hopefully not farewell. So I hear the tractor back there. Sounds like he's somewhere that direction, but really far out. And the wind it's calmer than it was, but I mean, yeah, it's definitely blowing from the south. And it's just gonna go everywhere with this big open field. Love this big open field, by the way. Love it. But we have no protection from drift. And this is why, we buy organic, and if we can afford it, a lot of times it's just too much to buy organic. So that's another reason we try to grow, and I even trust the stuff that I grow more than what the store, what they consider might be passing. I don't know if I can say that or if it's illegal, but gotta be careful with that stuff. But all I know is, I do use some organic stuff, like organic fertilizer and organic pesticide and herbicide, and they're plant-based usually, not all of them. The organic fertilizer is like made from bones of animals and stuff, but I guarantee that's way healthier for your body than this chemical that they spray on all of our food, and I think that's why all of us are having allergies, like GMO allergies, gluten-free. With us, it's high histamine, and I think our foods are just totally different these days than what they would have been, and that's why I like to homestead and grow, because of my health, and I care about the health of my family, and I also care about the health of my community. And not everybody can grow. Not everybody has that ability or the time, and that's all right. We all do different things. There he is, spraying something. That's as close as I can zoom. I can't tell if like anything is, yeah, I could see the spray from here. You can't pick it up too good on this camera, but I can see it. Man, please don't drift on my tomatoes, whatever you are. It wouldn't be as bad if it's a pesticide, but the herbicide, it'll definitely kill it. If it hits it, I mean. Look at the wind. It's blowing right towards my garden. That's exactly the direction of the garden. Come on. Yeah, you can see the windsock. See how it's blowing in the direction of my garden? And I should have went further back and blocked my little pepper seedlings as well, because so far that's really the only thing I've noticed it really kill is tomatoes and peppers, especially tomatoes, and the next would be peppers. Most everything else seems to be able to handle a little bit of drift if it gets on it. But tomatoes are like super, super sensitive. And you know what? The farmer was the original one that told us that they were sensitive, and he told us to plant away from the field, which we have done. That is, how far is that? I'm gonna say it's over 50 feet for sure. At the end of this garden bed, at that raised bed, to the field, it's over 50 feet. But, you know, when the wind is going like 20 miles an hour, sometimes, I think it's in between 10 and 20 today. You could probably tell that I'm really stressed, because I am. There's a lot of love put into these tomatoes, and honestly, they're the healthiest tomato plants I have ever grown. I've got green giant, I've got Cherokee purple, and some brandywine. And actually I had 36 brandywine seedlings earlier, I'd say last month, and they sprayed on a windy day. You might remember me posting about that. They sprayed on a windy day and killed, here's how many do I have left? So I had 36. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 ants got that one. So 5. I have another brandywine over here. This is the garden that I bought some mulch for this, but actually right now I'm using it to weigh down my the back of the shelter for my tomato plants. But yeah, so I've got some tomatoes. I will mulch later because there's a lot of weeds in here. Not as big as the other ones out there, but they are growing, and I put them out here to see how they do, to see like maybe if they survive better out here versus over there, because it's further away from the field. And there's the field. I don't know, you can't really tell how far that is, but it's pretty far from the field. And I'm also, this is kind of like a test area. It's where, so I'm not even using organic fertilizer or organic pesticide or herbicide on these. I'm just gonna let them do their thing and see how they do compared to the ones that I use those things on. So no synthetic chemicals, all real, but this one has nothing at all, just nature. And I wanted to see what happens versus what happens over there. Need to experiment, you know, that's part of gardening as well. Oh, the watermelons are starting to come up. They're little, but they're starting to come up. Yay. I need to get those separated, thinned out. Alright, so this is the sunset garden. This is flowers. Bunch of flowers, mostly zinnias and bachelor button. And I mix all kinds of different other flower seeds in there, but the majority, the bulk of it is going to be zinnias and bachelor button. And so he's getting closer. See him out there spraying. Look, I'm not mad at the farmer. I can't be mad at the farmer. That's his job. I totally get it. That's how he has to manage his fields. He has so many acres, and there is no way that he could do it by hand. It's a lot of work growing stuff without all those chemicals, growing stuff that isn't genetically modified. It's a lot harder. There's a lot more work to it. But the farmer who owns acres and acres and acres of land also has, you know, a job that keeps him busy. Just because he doesn't own tractors with chemicals. I mean, imagine though, if he had to do that by hand, he couldn't manage that amount of land. It's not possible. And that's how he makes his living. This bed is sweet potatoes, and the weeds are really making me nervous because they're pretty thick, but these things should way outgrow these weeds. I mean, they usually way outgrow the weeds to where you won't even see it. But I don't know, it's still making me a little nervous because, you know, they're growing though. They've been out here for a while. Also, it's been colder than normal, and these things like heat. So I think that's why they really haven't taken off. I mean, they have definitely grown since I planted them, but they haven't taken off, that's for sure. This bed is corn. And, you know, some of them look pretty good, but dang, that's a lot of weeds. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm not hand weeding that. So what I'm gonna do, unfortunately, is see if it grows, and if it's gonna outgrow the weeds and we get, you know, a bed of corn. And if it's not, then I'm tilling this under and I'm planting flowers. This one, gosh, I don't even want to talk about this one. So this one I planted, and then you can see, oh, there's the pepper plant. Hold on, where's the tiny little, there it is, some pepper plants. But that's basically, I mean, I got that basil, I can move it. That's basically what we're looking at, is tiny little plants in all of this that has been weeded twice all the way through. But, you know, I don't know why it's so weedy this year. But anyway, what I'm gonna do is take out the little plants and move them over here where this one's a little sparse. Something, I think it's called the flea beetle, is eating the leaves of my eggplants. They are growing, but they are ugly. We shall see. But that's something I've been spraying neem oil on, neem oil, soap, and water mixture. Oh, there's a bug right there. That's, honestly don't know if that's a good one or a bad one. I feel like I should kill it, but it's red, and red usually means I'm gonna bite you. That's what my brain associates with it. Anyway, and then we got some peanuts. A friend gave me some peanuts that that is not even, yeah, it is. No, it isn't. Then we have got some peanuts. A friend gave me some peanuts that she grew. And they're gonna be a good ground cover eventually, so I'm hoping they'll outgrow these weeds and kind of spread out in the bed. That's amaranth, and it's not doing very good at all. And I've sprayed neem oil and just done different things, and it's just, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna grow that. Oh, I got some beets popping up over here. I decided to plant those really late, and even they're not doing too great over here. I'm not sure what's going on with this bed. The dill's loving it though. The dill is definitely loving it. And the basil's looking pretty sweet. And we got some flowers down this bed. So yeah, I'm gonna select that. That's an amaranth Chinese spinach. And I'm gonna move it over here. And then I'm gonna look around this bed, see what else is in there, or move it over there. And then I'm gonna till this under and put flowers in it. And I'm gonna do perennial flowers in these two beds. So they'll come back year after year, and I don't have to worry so much about the sunset garden because I've got, such a big focus on the front gardens. The calendula beds are doing good. They were planted not long ago. We had just, I'm gonna say we have like 12 plants. All right, so we just went by the house and it smells so strong. I mean, super strong. There's no way that's not gonna hit this. I mean, I can smell it through the mask. It's bad. I grew these tomato plants from seed. I got them from Baker Creek. Rare seeds, and they are really good. The only thing is they're not going to be able to withstand herbicide if that's what he's spraying, because I smell it. It's really strong. I seen it blowing in the wind when he went by. So if it's a pesticide, it probably won't do anything. But if it's an herbicide, I can probably say goodbye. At least he did warn us and gave me time to put this up. So I don't know if it's enough with how strong this is, but I mean, I don't even know how it got my seedlings because they were in the grow room, but the south side of the grow room is open, so, and it's like really far from the field. It's like, I don't know, at least 100 foot from the field. And they were on a table in a container without a lid, but they were killed from, it was either dicamba or Roundup. So anyway, say a prayer for my tomatoes. I spent a lot of time on these. I think I started them beginning of March in the grow room, or sooner or later. I don't know. Somewhere around then. I don't know, but I've been babying these things for a long time now, and I'm probably not going to be okay for at least a day if they're killed. It's part of farming though, right? You live and you learn what you can and you cannot do. So the cloth that's protecting the tomatoes, we did a better job in putting it up. It's zip tied now, so I think we're gonna have to keep that up for probably at least to the end of June, though it would be safer to go ahead and leave it up for till the end of July. but I don't think that, you know, that they're gonna, man, that sunset is gorgeous. Wow. I don't think they're gonna spray a herbicide past. I'm tired, like completely exhausted today. So you could probably hear it in my voice. But I don't think they're gonna spray an herbicide past June, but we'll probably end up having to, just to be safe, go ahead and leave this up until then. But the tomatoes are doing good today. That's a good sign, because that herbicide usually hits these instantly and kills them, but they are fine. See, happy tomatoes. I went ahead and went a little further for the peppers as well, which I don't know if those are growing yet. I had to wait forever to get those seeds on poblanos because they never, see, the habaneros are tiny. I know I need a weed. That was my shoe. It squeaked. Anyway, for the jalapenos, which I need to thin out. I mean, they're still tiny, but they're bigger than the habaneros. We'll have peppers eventually.